Hello guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to program a Lego F1 EV3 car to, like, when it sees an obstacle we want it to go backwards and go another way. So I'm going to show you how to program. Okay, so this is our screen. So we're going to have to start. So in case the wheels are slanted, then so I made my own block. It's my block, so I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm just going to drag it here, and then this is how you make it. This is the program in the block. So you have to wait, let me put this somewhere else. Okay, so you have to wait for 0.8 seconds, and then you have to turn the wheel 0.8, and then so you can just copy this program if you want to know the reset steering. So I'm gonna go back in this one. It's a reset steering. So then we're gonna want to get a forever loop. So after we get this forever loop, we want to check the proximity. Proximity is like how close it is and how far it is. So this is the infrared sensor. This is what's going to check the proximity. So we're going to put it in the loop. Then we're going to want to go to compare the proximity. So if it's greater than, I'm just going to put the threshold value as 70. And then we're going to want to get a logic operation, and so we're going to get an AND. So then we want to put this result in this, and then we also, since we have a touch sensor, we're going to put the touch sensor in. So we're going to put the touch sensor. No, we're not going to put it there. We're gonna get a NOT. We're gonna get a logic operations, but it's gonna be, instead of AND, it's NOT. You have to compare the state, and we want it, if it's pressed, then we don't want it to be pressed, so we put it in a NOT. And then you put this result into here, and then now what we want to do is, since we have this result, we have to put this result in an if block, because in the if block, since we have an if block, we want it, so we want this to, so if these two are both true, so if this is pressed and this is not pressed, and then this is greater than 70, then we want it to keep on going forward because there's no obstacles like detected. But if either one of them is false, so say this one, the touch sensor is pressed, then we want it to, so it has to go backwards because the touch sensor is pressed, so that means it's hitting an obstacle, so it has to go backwards. And if that's not true, if this is true in another scenario, then for A, which is the infrared sensor, if it's less than 70, then that means it's close to an obstacle, so it has to go backwards. So we're gonna get the logic operation here. We're gonna put this in here, and then now we're gonna. So what we want to do is, if they're both true, we want to go to the true, and we want to make it go forward because it didn't sense an obstacle. So we put it in here, and we go forward 1 rotation. The only reason I'm putting a -1 is because my motors are facing backwards, but if your motors are facing forwards, you can put +1. But you can put like this, but I'm putting -1 because my motors are facing backwards. So if it's like close to an obstacle, either it's close to the obstacle or touch sensor is pressed, we want to go to the false because we want to make it go backwards. So we, instead of just going backwards, and then if we just go backwards without doing anything else and just go backwards, then the proximity it'll go forward. The proximity will be greater than 70, so it'll be true, so it'll go here. But that means it'll go forward again, and then it'll be less than 70, so then it'll have to go backwards, and it'll keep on doing that over and over again. So what we want to do is we want to change the wheel position with using the medium motor. So we're just going to want to make it go left 0.1 rotations, because we want to keep the wheels like left, and then we want to go backwards, so it'll point right. Then we want to go backwards, we'll go 3 backwards. If your motors are facing, if your big motors are facing forward, then you want to go positive 3. But my motors are facing backwards, so I'm going to go negative 3. So if your motors are facing backwards, then you're gonna want to go positive 3 because you're going backwards. But if yours is facing forward, then you want to go negative 3. But mine is facing backwards, so I'm gonna go positive 3. And then we're gonna want to reset our wheels. So then we're gonna want to use this medium motor and go the exact. Then we're gonna want to go the exact opposite is this, which is negative 0.1 to cancel it out. Okay, so that's the program, and this is how it works.